Well, we'll get this figured out here. All right, welcome to episode 43, Flag to Flag Media Live. We got a great show lined up tonight. We got a lot to discuss. We got Flo results from last night at Florence. We've got last weekend results. This coming up weekend stuff going on. There's all types of stuff going on. So let's talk about last weekend. JT, you went to Brownstown, right?
Yep. Went to Brownstown, ran good in the heat, and completely showed my ass in the feature. I want to apologize to anybody that was involved in that because it was not something that it's not a night that I was necessarily proud of. And we're striving to get better. Found a couple problems. We're going to get better.
Well, that's all you can do. Just got to keep working,
I'm
right?
first to admit when we screw up, and the whole night was a disaster after the heat race. So, but 90% of it was my fault because I drove half that race mad because the car wouldn't do what I wanted to do, and you can't do that.
Right.
So I apologize. We'll do better.
Okay. Well, that's straight from the JT Huffman camp. Zach. You got some updates. So
yeah.
Let's talk about your updates because I know you've been sending a lot of Snapchats. Car is completely tore down, correct?
Yeah. Uke tire jumped out in front of me and caught me last week, so they don't move. We'll just say that.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the second race there this year, and normally you can, hug the first tire and then hug the second and get a good run off the third one. And they just moved the middle ones out a little too far, and I clipped it. And when I did that, it destroyed the car. So me and the wife got it stripped down, and we're going to take it to Pierce on Saturday and
ready for shipment, right?
Yeah, get a new front clip put on it. So
take her to the doctor, get her all tuned in, ready to go.
Take it to the doctor and get its yearly shots.
Yep, there you go. Get it some penicillin, and it'll be ready to go again.
But we don't race at Brownstown for like a month,
right?
So I should have it back together.
That's the same shape that Peyton's in too. So you was off Peyton this past weekend.
Yeah.
What'd you end up doing?
I just went and watched JT and Zach.
Yep.
Helped.
Yep.
Yes, he helped.
Him and Jessica are fun to have in the pits.
Yeah. You get much work out of them?
Little Jessica works pretty hard.
Yeah.
Peyton and Jessica, they could do a little more.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They keep the concession stand hopping, I guess.
Yeah.
I had my daughter's graduation Saturday, so I did not do any racing at all this weekend, which finally my youngest is officially graduated, and I have no more kids in school. So there was a lot to celebrate. And from the last week's show, yes, I did eat plenty of cupcakes and cookies Saturday. So
Are they styrofoam cups?
Yeah. I prefer those over the plastic. They're easier to swallow. Oh, shoot. So anyway, what's the plans going this weekend? JT, you're going back to Brownstown, right?
Yeah, we got some. We think we got our issues fixed out. We're going to go to Brownstown, kind of use it for a test, maybe to get ready for the big Paragon race.
Got you. And then you're going to Pierce Saturday?
Yeah, I'm going to go to Pierce Saturday, and then probably go to Brownstown Saturday night and watch and help out.
Got you. And go ahead.
I'll have my suit and everything in case
somebody needs a ride.
Yeah,
there you go.
In case anything
Absolutely.
happens. But
so depending on how JT does in the heat race, it's possible we could see Zach Stalker in a super stock on Saturday night. So
probably be better off.
You never know.
Just get ready for it.
I will say that the car on Saturday was the best it had ever been. I feel like we were really headed in the right direction. And
that's a big part to Allie's decision to switch the pull bar, because Zach did not want to do it, and Allie said we need this certain pull bar, and I think it really helped the car. So
is that what it was?
Huge thanks to Allie for making that
did
call.
Help it.
Well, I mean,
I got the front end down on the ground and the rear of the car up. So I mean, it's definitely moving.
That's good.
We're going forward, but I think it'll be even faster after it gets reclipped.
I'm glad to hear that. I really am. I know you've kind of been hard on yourself, and when you told me that was the best car it's felt all year, I was pretty excited to hear that.
I honestly wanted to ball up and cry.
Yeah. There's been a time or two where I thought you were going to. So.
I never hit one that hard. I'll just say that.
Thanks for tuning in, Josh. Glad you could make it in tonight. Paul Orman sold my car to Cody Perry. I did see that on Facebook. Cody Perry and Cody Perry Motorsports did not take a very long break after they sold the Hornet, so we're pretty excited to see them get back into racing. Kind of curious to see how good they do.
Is Jacob going to race that, or
I'm not sure. I've not talked to Cody, so I'm not sure if that's the plan for
The car's
Jacob to
really
run it.
fast.
It is really
That's
fast.
a really fast race car. Paul does a good job with it.
Yes, for sure. Josh says, does that mean we can now go golfing on Saturday, Zach? Negative.
probably not. It's going to be a while now. It's going to be thrashing.
So what's going on, Debbie? Daryl said I'm sorry. They need to not put those Ute tires out in the racing surface. I think that is,
Yeah.
is there any justification of why we're doing that?
I think they're trying to save the bottom groove for later.
Which they've done that in the past, but is there a reason why they're out so far?
Well, to me, the first one wasn't out as far. It was pretty much just the center ones that I was struggling with.
Yeah, it was the center one because, to my advantage, I wasn't the only one that smoked them that night,
Right.
and I wasn't the only one that needs a new clip on their car.
But if you go into turn one, right, and you clear that first tire,
Yeah.
you should be able to keep your momentum on that same line, not
We were turning
have to dodge another one out farther.
Yeah.
we were turning the cars twice.
Yeah,
Right.
So we're making the initial turn past the first tire, setting it up for the second tire like we normally do, but you couldn't.
Because the middle one was
You
out
had-
too far.
once you made it past the first tire, you needed to keep the car straight and then try to turn it after the second one.
Yeah.
And it's
That's
hard to
too
tell
much.
yourself to do that when you've been
Yeah.
doing it the other way your whole life.
Yep.
That's too much.
But I'm not. We all
It
race
is
on
what
the
it is,
same
yeah.
racetrack. I'm not.
Right,
if
right.
Jim, if Jim thinks the race is going to be better in the future,
Well, Clarksville did the same thing the other night.
yeah. But they were real sloppy on the bottom. They didn't have much choice, did they?
But I'm saying it's the same setup.
Same
But
idea.
it was very, very narrow at Clarksville.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
very-
high.
Very narrow. So, if it's going to provide, great racing later in the night, I'm 100% for it. Don't get me wrong. But
yeah,
I think the configuration of the tires, like JT was talking about, I think once you get into one, you should be able to just keep your momentum,
Right.
not have a tire out farther.
The idea
on
is
the
to
second-
roll the bottom, not turn the car twice.
yeah.
Right.
I
It
think
kills you.
if they move the first one out just a little bit, I think it would help out.
Right.
I mean,
That's still going to push you up the track some, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
It's going to make the track narrower, but it's going to help you not screw up the second tire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Okay, so there's your Uke Tire 101 for the night. You're welcome.
they don't
We got
move.
that all figured out. They per Zach, they do not move.
They don't
So,
move.
Paul said that's the plan. So I'm curious to see how Jacob does in it.
I think he'll be good.
I do too. What's going on, Christy?
Jeremy Owens made his return last week.
I seen that.
Was that his old car that he was driving?
I don't know
It
if
said
it was or not.
WGP on it.
Yeah, I don't know if it was or not.
I didn't get to watch how he did, but I thought that was cool to see him back at the racetrack.
So, moving on a little bit, Owen and myself went to the Flo Race at Florence last night. We had a really good time, didn't we?
Yeah, it was a good
It
time.
was a really good time.
Worth the trip.
They had 32 cars signed in for the super late models, and then they had 24 mods and 24 crates. Owen and I, we took a couple laps around the pits, talked to a lot of people, and for some reason we cannot figure this out. If anybody knows this, please comment, because Owen and I have been trying to figure it out. But the Kevin Remley number 6 car was there last night, unloaded, and never touched the track. Have no
Really?
idea why.
It showed up late.
Late. He was there late, but it just sat in the pits unloaded the whole night.
I bet there's a million people there that have climbed in that thing.
Absolutely. That's why. So, I know that Larson drives that car 99% of the time, and I get that. So I don't know if it was one, but
I only
we couldn't
thought
figure it out.
if it was Larson, flight got delayed somewhere.
But did they run sprint cars last night?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
raced.
he won, I believe.
Yeah, he
won
the
the-
high limit series.
I seen that.
Yes.
Where was that at?
I don't remember where it was at, but that's-
Brandon Overton had his own car there, didn't he?
Overton wasn't there.
Maybe it was for Overton.
Overton said
'Cause
he
drove
didn't.
he's drove the 5 Rumley car a couple times.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Yeah.
He didn't come because he said his car was still tore up from the show me.
That'd have been a good guy to put in it.
Yeah. So I don't know what the I don't know what the reasoning behind it was, but it was there. It was just unloaded and
McCready's drove it some too.
Yeah.
And was he there?
McCready
Yeah.
was there
Yeah.
just in the 39 car. So I don't.
Huh.
Me and on couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Daryl
I feel
said
like
I think
that's
McCready tested it.
I feel like that's the Longhorn experimental car. Like they get an idea and they're like, let's throw it on Rumley's.
Right.
That's just what I feel about it. 'Cause, I mean, that car is either really, really fast or it's not there.
Yeah.
I mean, Devin made the comment that he drove all the way out to North Carolina to have Rumley work on his car before the show me and
Paid off.
paid off. So
Hmm.
and I think that's okay. Let's get into that discussion a little bit too. I think that let's talk about the droop rule for a second because I know that's been a pretty hot buzz on social media. I mean, obviously, like Devin Moran said in his live video on Monday night, obviously there's smarter people out there that's going to be able to figure it out. I don't know what the answer is, but there's got to be a better way to do that. If you're going to keep that rule in place, there's got to be a better way to do it. Am I wrong?
I like that. I hate that he had something break and he got disqualified. But I like that if they make a rule, they're sticking to it.
Absolutely, 100%.
They're not going to say
yes.
3/8 of an inch. Oh, that's okay. You're close
Right,
enough. It's,
right.
it's either this or it isn't. But I hate that a failure is what caused him to fail it.
Does
Yeah.
And that track was rough.
Right.
Okay, so what is that 3/8 of an inch enough to make a big difference?
If you allow 3/8 of an inch, and do you allow an inch?
No, but what I'm saying though is can we add is there a range we can add in there?
Don't do it. You give them that range, they're going to max that range out too. They're going to be in the same boat. It's like the burn off bull crap they do at Eldora. There shouldn't be a burn off. You should weigh this much. You shouldn't subtract so much fuel per lap.
Yeah.
This is what you got to weigh at the end of the race.
Right.
But then they push that. I mean, Bloomquist is a good example.
Right.
He knew what the
Right. They're going to
was.
push it no matter what.
They're
but
going to max out no matter what you give them.
Yeah.
get
Because
rid
I
of
mean, you tell them an inch, and then
it's an
say it
inch and a
comes up
quarter.
inch and an eighth, inch and a quarter. Then they're going to be like, well, it's only a quarter inch off.
Right. I get it. I was just
I don't
know.
really
get
know
rid
of
of
a
it.
better way of. Yeah, I mean,
get rid of it.
rid of it. I mean, if people want to put more droop in their car, they can put more droop in the
Right.
car. So I don't know what the deal is there, but
Read Tyler's. I can't read it.
If you're
Oh,
if your engine breaks, you're not going to win. If a control arm breaks, you're not going to win. Why should you be allowed to win if you break a part that keeps you legal?
All right. Yeah.
That's 100%
That's what I said.
accurate. Right, yeah. And I agree with that 100%.
And I
It is
thought
a
it was
rule is a
very
rule.
very
I mean,
generous of them to give him fifth.
yeah,
I
that's
did
what I was
too.
going to say.
They didn't have to do that.
No.
How is it not just
Disqualification.
Right.
yeah.
Because that really probably angered the guy in sixth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was that Dylan McCowan, that kid too.
Oh, was
kid,
it?
yeah,
Well,
you
He
gotta
probably
see.
heartbroken
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah.
But if you're going to make the rules, do like you did and stick to it.
They did stick to it.
Yeah.
I'll give them 100% credit for that. So they did.
And
it
I
was a
thought
rule, and
I thought everybody was a fairly good sport on it. You know,
Oh, yeah.
Ricky Thornton was disappointed, but he wasn't just sitting there like, well, he wasn't bad mouthing.
Right.
nobody.
No, and
Devin,
Yeah.
Devin said Ricky came over to him and congratulated him and everything.
Yeah, I really like Ricky Thornton. I thought that was class act he did there.
he got redemption.
I couldn't believe how
Yeah, he
late
did.
that race lasted. It was still on after we got home
Oh,
from
yeah.
There were
Brownstown.
what
Yeah.
14 cautions?
Yeah.
I think
They weren't even halfway when we got home.
it was insane.
And we
Well,
ran 5 classes.
It was to the point to where they were worried about fuel, running out of
Right.
fuel.
Davenport, we
We did
think
run out of
ran out of fuel. Yeah,
They said Moran had 2 gallons left. I think so he said in the live.
Yeah. So I don't know. Anyway,
I seen when I got home, they just stopped the cars to give them new helmets.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, I mean, that's pretty wild too.
Dustin Hughes says Larson won at Tri-City. I think that is where it was at.
Yeah.
Daryl said, I think McCready tested it. What's going on, Kenny? Glad you tuned in. Me and Owen said the same thing, Mike. We just thought the 6 car was there for intimidating purposes. I mean, if you unload it, I mean, people know that it's a fast car. So if we just take it there, we unload it, it's just going to intimidate everybody. So, and Dustin said, did anyone else's left chain broke? I said, nope.
How many cars do they check? Top 5?
Top 5. Yeah, and I agree with Tyler. It needs to be canned. Okay, so anyway, we move on to I was trying to read comments, sorry. Moving on to the modifieds last night. And Cole Falloway, he was in his own zip code last night.
it's insane.
He won his heat race by half a track, and then some late race cautions kind of bunched the group back up. But No, nobody at Florence had anything.
If
from Colt
that
Callaway
race
last
would have
night.
stayed green the whole feature, I'm not so sure he couldn't have lapped the second place car.
I'm probably. He was
It
on
was-
a rail last night. And then I don't know if he's watching, but let's go ahead and talk about some crate stuff last night at Florence. So crate feature overall was a really good feature. Jordan Weaver, which Jordan's been on the show. We talked to Jordan a lot. Which, of course, he's a Brownstown. Well, I consider him Brownstown local. Went down to Florence last night. Well, I wonder there was 3 or 4 cars there at the end battling for the win or whatever. And then
Agreed.
Jordan, there was like 5 laps left. Jordan gets the lead, and then Caution City. He actually went into turn 3 on the white flag lap, and he was probably 5 or 6 car lengths ahead, and the caution came out. So then they just, I don't know, they took off, and then another caution happened, and a car hit a Ute tire in 4, and that totally just demolished the whole front end of that car. So then they throw some speedy dry on track, and this is my take on the race. They throw some speedy dry on the track. They come around, and you're technically supposed to stay in line at the restart. There's a bunch of speedy dry at the bottom of the track. Jordan is up a lane from the bottom of the track. The second place car is a car width below Jordan, and they drag race down the front stretch, and then all hell breaks.
So we're supposed to be nose to tail.
Supposed to be nose to tail.
He was pretty
at the
much at
restart.
Weaver's
And he was at his
door
Yes.
when Weaver took off.
So there was a lot of beating and banging going into 1, and out of 2, Jordan loses 2 places, fell back to 3rd, and then ended up finishing 2nd. Trent Green, which was in 3rd, watched the whole thing unfold, and then
Right place, right time.
Trent was just in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
I mean, and he did stop at Jordan's pit, and they talked a little bit, and Jordan congratulated him and stuff like that. So, yeah. And let's see.
Stay caught up. Man.
Yes, Billy. We can see that if you're testing the comments on YouTube, we can see it. What's going on, Phyllis? Yeah, Zach, smile a little bit. You need to smile
I
some.
am smiling.
This is supposed to be an upbeat live racing show, and
I'm smiling.
He spent too much money this week to
that
smile.
is true.
Yeah.
He did true. So, Anthony said, "I can't believe they tech Crown Victoria last Saturday night at Florence, and I passed.
Oh, they didn't find it.
They didn't find it, Finley. They
Wow.
didn't find it.
Man, that's obvious too. I can't believe they didn't find
Yeah.
it.
Per Tyler, go check out a flag to flag video on my YouTube channel from Paragon last year. He is correct. It did happen there also. Thanks for the flag to flag media YouTube channel shout out there, Tyler. Appreciate it. So yeah, I mean, it was a lot of controversy. I mean, like we were talking about before the show, my opinion is there's a difference in, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. There's people that out there that race with respect and dignity and care about their equipment. And, from a racing standpoint, everything is getting very, very expensive. We all talk about how expensive racing is getting. But why would you not want to take care of your stuff? I mean, if you're running second, right, everybody wants to win. I get it. But is it really worth going in there and tearing up $2,000 worth of equipment just for $1,000 or $1,500 to win? I mean, you're not.
No.
And that's why you watch,
Winning
not
means a
comparing
lot.
apples to oranges, but you go watch the Lucas guys or the Super guys or whoever's been racing. They race clean. I mean, there's no.
Well, now easy.
No, I'm not all of them.
When you come into the line and there's $50,000 on the line,
50,000.
I've done it for $1,200. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I watched Devin slide up in front of McCready and freaking shove him into the wall
Well, it
last
happens.
week.
It happens. I get
So,
it.
We're not sticking
happens.
up for anybody.
No,
But
But
it
I'm saying
happens.
if I'm in second and the guy in front of me, I know I'm gonna race him like I know he'd race me.
Right.
Depending on who's in front of me.
yeah.
But
And I
most
guess
of the
that's not
time,
even true because I didn't do that either. Never mind.
but most of the time though, your mentality is clean and professional, right?
Last lap, coming to the checkers, I'd put Zach in the wall.
Oh man, I guess
If
we're
I
all
had
different.
to.
I guess, but
He would do the same to me.
Yeah, I would.
He would
Okay, well-
if it would have been in softball Monday, if we'd have been down by 1, I was rounding third, and he knew I was going to make it, he'd have hit me with the ball.
Well, that's
I would have
different.
done everything I could.
How's that different?
That is different.
But you were down by 20, so that didn't.
Yeah, you were down
We
by
were
20.
down
So it didn't
by
matter.
I was
20.
waiting
You
on
were
it.
down by 20.
Yeah, that was Peyton's fault.
I don't know. I guess
That
that's
was
my
not
fault.
Peyton.
It was the coach's fault for putting me at first base and not in the outfield.
That coach.
That call.
My team, I was the coach, and we won.
because of an outstanding second base.
He played first base.
I don't know
What a
about that.
captain.
He didn't even do nothing starting
No.
Monday.
He hit the ball to Peyton.
Yeah, he's
center.
like, you guys need to do this and do that and do that. I'm like, dude, you've caught one ball the whole day. One ball. And then the other three that was thrown at you, you didn't even catch.
I mean, Owen
And
was
then-
pretty much your team.
Owen was my team
And then-
because he had to keep backing up Matt because Matt can't move.
But listen, I'm the
Matt would just, he
listen,
literally would take his glove off
Yeah.
and throw it.
I'm the most obese person on the team, and you put me at second and short of the most athletic besides the outfield.
You said
And
second.
you got-
Second
I
is
wasn't going to put
definitely
you in the outfield. You can't run.
I wouldn't have ran. You put me in right field, we've been golden. Oh shoot. Anyway, good
You
grief.
got them all worked up.
Now I'm sweating.
Moral
Anyway,
of the
so
story is
anyway-
we're all trying to win at the end of the night.
I get that. I'm not saying that the drivers aren't trying to win. I'm not
Right.
saying that. But
But
I'm
I
just
think if you
saying-
flip that role, Jordan Weaver wouldn't have done that.
no, absolutely
No.
not.
That I do agree with that. That's just
Yes.
not how
Yeah.
Jordan Weaver is.
Right.
Yeah,
Jordan Weaver's going to race you with a lot of class, and the boy is a wheel man.
you are right about that.
Okay.
Sorry.
Most
Got off
drivers
topic.
a win is a win regardless of pay. And I do get that. I understand that. And then Carl said rubbing is racing. And I get that 100% too. I think a lot of us, if I go in turn one and I rattle your cage a little bit, and I'm not a driver, I'm just a media guy, but I'm just saying, if I go in there turn one and I rattle your cage a little bit, that's one thing. If I go in there and I rub doors with you from the time that we go into turn one all the way out to the end of turn two, is there not a difference in that?
If you went into the corner with the intent to make sure the other guy ate your door and didn't make it out of the corner, then you were in the wrong. If you
Okay.
went there with the intent to move him up a little bit,
That's two different things.
right?
Okay.
I didn't see it. I don't know what happened. I haven't watched replays or nothing. I'm a neutral
Okay.
party. I'm a
Yeah, me
media
too. I'm
guy.
just a media guy. I'm just a media guy. Jessica said it was 14, not 20.
right.
Close enough.
It was down to 10 at once. Not
No,
a 10.
I don't think it was.
It
I'm pretty
was.
sure it was like 23-1 after the first
Yeah.
inning.
It
We
was.
made a hell of a comeback.
Yeah,
there.
you guys did,
we
really.
did pretty
We
well.
just kind of felt bad.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you did.
And we
No,
lost our shortstop like 3 innings into it. So.
Yeah.
But I will say one thing. I did notice that they're toward the bottom of the 25th inning or whatever. I look over and JT's got like 12 players on his team, and we've lost one. Josh went home.
Yeah.
So then we didn't have anybody. So we're playing with like 7 people.
Listen, you guys are talking
You
about all
got
the guys
12.
we had in the outfield. Me and Peyton had the conversation in the outfield. I said, Peyton, if it gets hit to me, just catch it. There's no hurt feelings. So Peyton he played center field, left field, and center left. He had that whole side. I was there. I did nothing.
Well, at least you're honest about it.
I'm not
I
gonna
guess.
lie. That Robin that landed out there was a better player than me.
Yeah.
He was on it.
Yeah, I guess so.
I was just hitting dingers farther than Zach.
Mhm.
I don't know about
I beat
that.
Zach in home run derby once. All right, let's stop talking about softball. Back to the racing.
See what he did there.
You want to stop while you're on top, huh? Okay, so Elizabeth said, JT, you're right. It's about how they drive you. Like the old saying goes, what goes around comes around.
Yeah.
That happens a lot in racing. And yes, Debbie, you are correct. I bring these guys on because I'm thinking, you know what? They're racers. They're good at talking, JT especially. And I think it's going to be, but I don't want to get picked on every single week.
It's just easy.
I guess.
You are easy.
I guess. It is what it is. It's all in good humor, fun.
You're just a media guy, right?
I'm just a media guy.
Good humor, fun.
Ryan Woods is paying somebody back on the 17th.
Whoever that is. you
Whoever
better
that
be
is.
Ready.
Yeah.
I like Ryan. Dang, Water Dog is on it.
wait, yeah.
Yeah.
Derek, everybody's reading the comments.
We're trying to be nice.
Ethan does have a good point. We could start a new softball show called Base to Base.
Yeah, you're not going to lead that one.
No, I'm not leading that one. Okay, let's talk about this. This is a good topic. So there's a thing going around right now about, I'll definitely get JT's opinion on this, a super stock series. What's your thoughts, JT?
We talked about it 3 or 4 years ago. I think it's a good idea. It's just hard to get a guy away from his hometown regular racetrack. So it'd be nice if you could get, like, if you did like 6 or 7 races, if you could get those tracks that you had the races at to collaborate and let them go chase that.
Right.
You know, so if you got Brownstown, Bloomington, Paragon, Lincoln Park, Circle City, and Florence or something, if Florence is running super stocks at night, the other 5 don't.
Right.
But I don't think you'll ever get them to do that.
Right.
I mean, and I don't blame them. You know, lose one of their bigger
So-
car count classes.
Dustin's going to call me Sunday, and we're going to discuss it a little bit. So I told him I would
Dustin here.
choose.
Oh,
I'm starting to wonder now if this needs to be like a off-season topic that we need to discuss and try to figure out before all the schedules at tracks come out.
well, you know,
I
here's
mean, how would you technically, like, how do we do it right now? Because everybody's already got set
You can't-
schedules
you
and
can't do it now. But I've always said Brownstown Speedway's got the best super stocks. But I bet the guy from Paragon says Paragon Speedway's got the best super
Yeah,
stocks. So
absolutely.
let's don't even do a big race thing. You know, let's just 5 races and let's see.
yeah, exactly.
Let's see who's got the best super
Right.
stocks. But
I don't think Brownstown's going to work with.
I don't think Brownstown will work with other racetracks either.
I don't think so.
And I think Spiker would kind of be that way too.
Yeah.
I don't know about the guy from Paragon. I haven't met him, but I've heard a lot of good things. He might.
Right.
you
I think
know.
it's a very, very interesting.
And Circle City's
discussion
going to
to
work with
have.
anybody. Them guys seem like they are
Right.
care about everybody.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some stuff. Not we. I just told Dustin I'd help him if I could, but there's a lot of great discussions that need to happen for this to happen. But I think it's a great idea.
Well, me and I've talked about this with Tommy East and Kenny Simpson. We'd like to do an Indiana versus Kentucky super stock race at a mutual
Yeah.
racetrack, and I voted Florence because even though that's in Kentucky, they don't race there.
Right.
So you put us all on Florence, and let's see if the Indiana boys are better than the Kentucky boys.
Yeah.
That would just be fun.
That would,
Well,
that
yeah.
would be a big race.
That would be fun. Pay $2,500 to win,
Oh yeah.
and you can run Indiana or Kentucky rules.
Super
And
stock nationals.
let's just see, because them boys in Kentucky are bad news. There ain't no doubt about it.
Right.
Because Trey took that car down there that Tommy's got, and Trey's fast at Brownstown, and he didn't win down there.
Right.
So I mean, obviously there's some good guys down there.
Yeah. I think it'd be a cool show to go watch for sure.
I would love to be a part of something like that.
Hey, we can make it happen one day.
The rules are just so different; it's hard to get them
Right.
to collaborate. But
It would be fun though.
yeah,
It'd be really fun.
that's the thing I like about crate racing. That's why I've always been leaning towards that, because you can go anywhere.
Anywhere. Absolutely.
And Zach's mod, you can go anywhere in this side of the country.
Okay, where was we at here? Why does your voice sound sped up? JT sounds like a cartoon character.
That's probably just my voice,
I have no idea.
like Popeye.
I have no idea. I'm not sure about that. Ryan's got to get in line. It must be a bunch of paybacks coming.
Crown Vic race never disappoints.
It never
I'll say it
disappoints.
right now.
Never disappoints. Everyone ready for the heat Saturday? I can't wait. It's going to be a hot one Saturday for sure.
I still owe JT payback from the enduro race.
Yeah, Fun Fest.
Yeah, because Zach ran into me, and it's my fault.
Your car still ain't done.
I was lapping him.
There was no move over flag displayed.
Sounds like this conversation could go both ways. I don't think either one's going to win. So
Car owner wasn't happy with either one of us, probably.
probably. No, I don't think he was.
No.
I don't think he was.
Neither one of his cars finished. So.
When you bring it up, Bo's still just kind of like, I don't know about that one. Kenny Humphrey and Ryan Woods, both of you gotta wait your turn. Elizabeth. Elizabeth's coming after all of them. Yep, she did say it too. She said the line starts behind her. Levi Perkins said, "I'll chip in on the purse for the Super Stock Tour." I think if we could get the details worked out, I think it'd be a huge thing.
It'd be
I think
cool.
a lot of people would come on board with it.
It would be really cool to see.
I've said in my Facebook post, I've said what super stocks are the class of the year, and
They
the
said
Brandon Carr and Tucker finish.
I heard race of the year over the race of the year. I was
Yeah.
like, not for me. I was back there in like ninth.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't see it.
it was a great race, and Tanner did have a front row seat for it. So, y'all just make sure I'm not around when y'all Yeah, Peyton don't want to be around either when it all goes down because Peyton's had enough bad luck this year.
Peyton will
Yeah.
be in it. I'm just sure of it.
You think he will be?
If something goes down in the Crown Vic class, Peyton's in the middle of it.
I'm in it every fucking time.
It does
No doubt.
happen. It does happen. JT, would you have changed your end gear from Brownstown to Florence?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah,
big
for
dummy.
sure.
That's
Yeah,
two
you have
different
to.
tracks.
But I'd buy gear to go do it.
Come on, water dog.
Come
That's
on,
a
water
common
dog.
sense. You go from a half mile to a quarter.
Zach Cocker, you can take my payback to JT.
Oh yeah,
Listen now, Bo's
She-
not gonna like that.
she has a lot of payback for JT.
Dustin, when we have our conversation Sunday, we might bring it up. We'll talk about on the next show what we discussed because I think it's something that would potentially could be a big deal. So we will stay up to date on that.
I'm excited to see the purse amount for the. Oh shoot!
Oh boy.
I can start deleting comments if you want me to, Zach.
Just ignore it because,
Yeah.
as usual, he watched it from the couch.
Yeah, you did miss a good race at Florence last night.
That's why I was asking if you'd have to change gear because he's never been to Florence because he doesn't leave his house.
That's
He
true.
thought they were just the same track.
Oh, I love it. This is awesome.
Wow. Poor water dog. All right, so Peyton, you're going to the plan right now is you're going to Circle City Monday.
That's the plan.
Let's talk about that a little bit. That's a big deal for the Crown Vics up
Yeah,
there.
for sure.
That's going to be a nationally televised race up there, and they're paying Crown Vics $600 to win,
50 to start.
50 to start.
It's not the Crown Vic Dirt Track World Finals,
No,
but it is
But
a
it's
huge
right
race.
there.
it's a close
big
second.
race,
It
yes.
is a close second to it. Are you excited about it?
Yeah, kind of nervous and going to a different track,
Yeah.
but we'll figure it out.
I
Be
think
fun.
I think it's got a lot of the same characteristics. I think
Yeah.
it'd be fine. I think you'd be all right.
Yeah.
And it's on Monday night, so I feel a little bit different.
Yeah, that'll feel a lot.
Yeah.
I might have to try to run up there too. I'm off on Tuesdays.
Are you going? Is your mowing schedule going to allow you to be off?
Next week's a short week. so-
Okay, good. You're good then.
Yeah.
All systems go.
Yep.
Are you going, Zach? Are you going up
Yeah,
there? Are you? Okay.
yeah. I'm gonna meet him at a truck stop or something.
Yeah, I got you. What else we got going on? Let's talk about what you guys want to talk about. So keep the show flowing a little bit. I mean, nobody's even talking about it. JT, you
You're
ain't
right.
been on a rant. You got any late breaking news? Speaking of that, you ain't been on a rant for a while.
I talked to Finley and Epic Chassis, and they were able to figure out the problem with the Finley house car.
Got lined out, huh?
Yeah, it was totally a Finley issue, but Epic was able to fix it.
Totally a Finley issue.
Yeah, but the house car seems to be running good now, so hopefully I have both those cars back
There you go.
in limelight. Chad Reed also got his new car. It's not an Epic car, but it is blue, so 50-50 on that
I was
car.
wondering that.
Yeah, it's not an Epic. Which I'm not
But-
saying it has to be an Epic to be fast. I'm just saying all Epics are fast.
Right. And blue's fast.
And
Is what you're saying.
blue shows speed.
Right.
I mean, that's a fact.
What?
Have you seen a big gain this
Oh,
year?
I get it.
The blue on your
Yeah,
car?
yeah.
I get it.
No.
It was,
I've had
it was the
nothing
fastest
but
it's
bad
ever been
luck.
last week. It's what I heard all week this week
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah.
And
I
Allie
gotcha.
makes good pull bar decisions. Oh, before I forget though, today is my anniversary, so I need to say happy anniversary.
Happy
Happy
anniversary.
to my,
9 years.
Yeah, yep.
9 years. Wow.
We've had some ups and we've had some downs, but we pull through it.
Yeah.
We're tough.
She has to be tough to put up with you for
Oh,
9 years.
She's tough as nails. I wouldn't trade her. She grinds tires. She washes the race car once a month.
It's funny how when you're in the JT Huffman camp at the track, then Megan, she'll come rolling in, and you can just see everybody just kind of like relax because they know they don't have to do no more work. They just sit around and there goes Megan grinding tires and all that stuff. So whenever Megan gets to the track, they all know they can just take a break.
Right.
Allie needs to take some lessons.
Golly.
Wow. You just said that she helped you strip the car down and get it ready to go to Pierce.
Yeah, that would be awesome if she could grind my tires.
Oh, you wanted to grind
You won't
tires.
let her.
So it's
I will.
not. So it's not like it's a full blown. She won't do nothing deal. It's just grinding the tires.
yeah.
Part of it.
Oh yeah, she helped me strip it down.
Because I'm pretty sure me and Owen stopped by the other day.
That's
She,
what I was about to say.
She's watching.
she had the heat gun out, getting those plastic panels all nice and smooth back out
Yeah,
for you.
she did.
Allie is a working fool.
You knew that was coming.
Oh,
You knew that was
I
coming.
shouldn't even said anything.
You're right about that.
Hornet Special at Brownstown. Let's do a car count. How many cars you guys want
What's
to
paying
get?
$1,000?
Yeah, I think.
47.
47. Where are you going with, Zach?
50.
43.
43.
That's a good number.
Well, there was 39 there. When was that? A couple weeks ago
Yep.
when Perry canceled or something.
Yep.
I think.
I'll go with 55.
I'll go. What'd you guess, JT?
47.
47, and you was 50. I'll do 45. I think it's gonna be 45.
And Davey Wagner for the win. He's
Davey
gonna-
Wagner?
Is that this weekend?
He's shaking the bugs off.
Going with Davey Wagner.
Buddy, I pull for Davey every week.
Yeah.
We and him got history. We were the two youngest guys 2021. We just used up all our luck.
I got you. Yeah. Hoosier State Mod Lights are at Lincoln Park instead of Bloomington this week. That is an announcement. That is late breaking news. Thanks, Joe, for bringing that up.
That's because of the curfew, right?
Yes, they're at Lincoln Park instead of Bloomington this week.
What made them decide to all of a sudden have a curfew?
I don't get that. That's just
They've been racing at
bogus.
Bloomington for 100 years now. Bloomington
100
decides,
years.
well, we're going to have a curfew.
No, we
Sorry,
didn't have curfew because I guarantee you what happened was they had one person probably move in close to the racetrack, which you're moving in close to the racetrack, and then you're going to gripe about it, and then start a big petition. Oh, we need to get it shut down by 11. Really?
There's a petition
Then
going around to
move.
sign it to move the curfew away. I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like everybody's signing it. So.
But like you said, it's 100 years. Why would you why
Right.
would bring it up
Yeah,
now?
Thunder Valley's the same way. And then people gripe every year.
Then don't buy a house next to a racetrack.
That's common sense.
Oh, we lack so much common sense anymore these days.
Yeah.
Bad.
That's today's world.
It
Bunch of
is.
fairies out there.
Got to change history.
Yeah.
Anthony said, "What the hell?" Anthony said, "What the hell? I haven't been even told what's wrong with it. He don't even know what's going on with it."
Oh,
But that's late breaking news.
That's-
See,
that's why I
Flag
did
to
the
Flag
footwork.
Media knows what's wrong with your car before you know what's wrong with your car. That's how we roll around here, Finley.
I bet that makes them feel really good.
It does, don't
it was. I will say this: it was 125% your fault.
Now it's 125%. Good deal. Richmond, Kentucky, midnight. I've seen lights been shut off in the middle of races before. It's crazy. I don't know.
That happened to Braden Watson not too long ago, didn't it? Didn't they shut the lights off on him?
I don't remember.
Testing
Oh.
somewhere?
Or was it power outage?
I don't know.
Maybe he's watching. Maybe he'll comment.
Billy said they're going to have 63 Hornets to Brownstown.
Are they taking a little orange?
I'm assuming so.
He was at Scottsburg.
Yeah, he was. Scottsburg didn't run last night, did they?
No, they only run once a month.
Once a month. Okay. You're right on that, Billy. I think it just has to do with the town of Bloomington.
Yep.
Anthony said, "Thanks, JT."
Just spewing
Billy's
it out.
not. They're not taking the.
Now you're gonna
Little
miss the
orange.
biggest Hornet race of the year. Gosh,
No, you got to be there.
I was like, Zach didn't really want to go to that Bloomington race. I said, buddy, this is the biggest race of the year. 30 minutes away, we're going.
Are you glad you went though? Like for the
Yeah.
experience?
Yeah, I'm glad
That
I
was a
went.
great experience.
I had a blast.
I just wish it was going to be back around for the following
Right.
years.
And I know it's one of those races. I know you guys are going to bash me because I'm just a media guy, not a racer, and I don't know what's going on. But it's just cool being a part of that experience because that was 10,000 win mod race is a huge mod race.
Yeah.
So I was proud of you.
There was
proud of
nothing to
your
hang
efforts.
our head about. I mean, golly, there's a lot of money in the pits, and we were one out of the show.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
my
I mean, you were in like we talked about before on the show, your consi was a stacked feature anywhere you go. So it's kind of hard
Yeah.
to hang your head on that one.
Just part of it.
So proud.
and you hadn't been there in
Thank you.
freaking
So proud of
3
that guy.
years.
Yeah.
It's not like you race there every day.
Do you,
Yeah.
How you want to race over there more often?
I would like to. I think it
It's
was
just
fun.
we talk about it though. It's like the turnaround from Friday to Saturday.
Yeah.
But if Brownstown's only racing you once a month, I mean, you could get some laps in over Bloomington on Friday night.
Yeah, I could. I just like to work over on Fridays and
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
goes
a
meets
lot.
with me.
yeah, we go eat on Fridays
Yeah.
and but yeah, it would be cool to race there more often.
Yeah.
But some might help. I mean, it's hard for them to get over there and I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I may.
I just wanted to throw that out.
I like the track.
Just wanted to throw that out there. What's going on, Zachary? Thanks for tuning in. How about Kokomo June 12th on a Monday, 100,000 win, 2,000 to start? I think it's awesome. I mean, and Kokomo couldn't be a better place because you've got everybody at the Dream for $129,000 to win on Saturday night, plus your prelims. What did it say? $150,000 you can win between the 3 nights.
That's a
if you win
big
your
number.
prelims.
I think it's 129 for Saturday, and then total of 24 for the 2 prelim
Yeah.
nights. I think is what they said.
So
last
rough.
night.
I mean, if you win both features, your prelim
150.
nights, if you win the Dream and you go to Kokomo, that's like $250,000 in like 4 days.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of money. A lot of money. So I think having it at Kokomo was a very smart decision on their part, just because of you're going to catch traffic coming back from Eldora. I think it's huge. So
Are you going to put a car together for that? Because
Mhm.
you seem to win at Kokomo on our game.
yeah, I'm really good at Kokomo. Really good at Kokomo. And I'll just put a normal setup in it. I still beat everybody.
Yeah.
Way down
Let's
in
do it.
Kokomo.
Dustin, are you asking how many cars you think they'll have at Kokomo? I would say the car count at Kokomo will definitely be smaller than the Dream.
42.
I think it'd be more than 40.
No.
Nah. Well, I don't know. There's only 32 at Florence last night, but
They're going to blow a lot of motors up at Eldora. They always do.
you think so?
They always do.
I don't think so.
You'll see.
They
But
do.
These guys have backup, so
Some of them
I'll
got
go. I'll
backups.
go with they'll have 56 at Kokomo. 56. That's what I'm gonna go with. You don't think so?
42.
42?
40
I
I
like
say
you
at
said.
least 60.
60?
on a Monday
Shoot.
night.
They'll be lucky to have that many at the Dream.
No.
You're crazy.
I don't know. I was just sitting here thinking about that though. So the Dream, I'm thinking Dream will have. I don't know. It's weird. I bet
65.
mid 60s. Well, 65. We'll go with
70 at
65.
least.
No,
I don't think so.
I'm telling you.
it won't happen.
I don't think so. I think it's
Those Eldora days are done.
yes. Let's see.
But man, I remember me when I was a kid in Jackson 100 get freaking 60 cars.
Oh yeah.
That was freaking cool.
I mean,
there was
now
only
they-
10 that would win, but
But now, I mean, they don't even hardly get anything. I mean,
So-
they get some cars, but it ain't like it used
It's
to
not
be.
gonna be like it used to be though.
No.
they got more. Brownstown got more cars at the Flow night than they'll get at the Jackson.
Yeah.
Probably. JT, did you know Billy's 16-year-old has been driving Little Orange since 2021?
I did know that.
Got you.
Yep.
Billy said, "Let's piss the people off in Bloomington and run a Sunday show.
Oh, wow.
We can do it." Joe's gonna be at Kokomo.
What was Derek saying?
Billy said super late's at Kokomo's 33. Dustin's going with 55.
At Kokomo?
Yeah, I think it's. I don't know. It's just gonna be a crapshoot. I think a lot of it depends on what JT said. Depends on what happens to the cars at Eldora. If you have a bad, that's why it's so hard to determine what's going to be there. Because if you've got 70 or say 65 at Eldora, I bet quarter of them don't go to Kokomo.
You're talking 250 laps on a motor.
Yeah.
To run all weekend at Eldora.
Right. But it's 250,000.
Wide
Exactly.
open.
250,000
Up on the wall.
Up on the wall.
up on the
wide open.
wall.
All the motor will take.
I don't know. I have found that at Kokomo, if you really set your car up around them Uke tires, hard to beat you.
Because
I mean,
when
you
he hits the
can- you can
tires,
ask-
they don't affect him at all.
That's true.
You can ask these three. I mean, you put it down around the Uke tires, you get your car set up just right, game over.
He even hits them.
Literally game over.
Yeah.
But anybody else
But
hits
when
them,
you-
they're stuck in the middle of the track for the rest of the race.
Right.
But when you build a car as good as I do, it takes a Uke tire beat.
It's the ugliest car in the series.
Yeah, it
No,
really
it's
is.
not.
It is the
It-
ugliest
No,
car in the
no.
series.
Yeah.
No. There's a lot of people that die to have a wrap like that.
Yeah. They'd die if they paid a bunch of money and that was what their rap was.
No. There ain't no way.
It's pretty bad.
No way.
If you called up Eric and said, "Hey, put that on my car," he wouldn't do it.
I bet he would.
I bet he wouldn't.
I bet he
Pay
would.
you to not ask him to do that.
No. That's probably. How do you get to that's the worst looking wrap on the series?
Who's his
Bad.
worst?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Owens,
No.
Owens is America.
red camo with just a single 14 on the side.
Red,
of
white,
it.
and blue.
Mine was red, white, and blue for the first few, and then I
Because he loves
switched to that
America.
black and orange camo. Come on, get out of here.
My car looks sharp.
75.
Mine's the best looking car on the series. By far.
I don't know.
I even did a Buddy Stearns tribute and a Jeremy Huffman tribute. I changed mine up. Never knew who I was
Mine
going to
was
show up
too
as.
fast to change up.
I started making a John Gill car and it took too long.
Speaking of this, I want to argue about this. When's the awards banquet? I win the points, and then also we're not even going to have an awards banquet.
Are you done? You let me talk now?
Yeah, I'm fired up
We're
about it.
going to have it at the start of the next season.
A year later?
Yes.
You getting trophies made?
I'm getting a check made for Matt.
Don't do it.
I
Yes,
said I would
I should
before we
get 'em.
started.
Yes, I need to hang them up in here.
You need to just get one trophy that we pass around every year.
Just
No, I actually like the idea of a check though. That is actually kind of
Yes.
cool.
the championship.
So I get one
belt.
for late
No,
models.
You get one.
no
That ain't
late
gonna
models.
modify.
Rookie
was-
of the year.
That modify wasn't my series.
2 rookies. I get one for rookie of the year. We voted on it.
I thought we were giving that to the next best rookie since you won the championship.
I earned that.
My goodness.
I don't care what you do. Oh, Billy said,
Worked
Maddie
up
the
over
Snickers. Well, this is a sore subject. I've been asking about this award. First time in my life I've ever won anything. And well, besides Dollar Scratcher, but first time in my life I've ever won anything. And then he just wants to postpone this
I'm gonna
awards
tell you
banquet for
something that was cool about that
months
winter
and
series
months.
is we raced like 15 nights and it came down to the last one. That's how
It
much,
did.
and that was a blast.
It did.
What?
I had a good time.
I was devastated.
I definitely got mad a few times.
Oh, I got mad about every night.
Oh, I was
yeah.
mad every
Yeah.
night.
Every night.
Wait.
Yeah.
But typically it was the same people. Leave it at that.
It was an awesome time sitting in the garage with Owen. I just sat there and just shake my head. I'm like, dude, it's a video game. I don't care.
Beer
No.
cans piled everywhere.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it was a good time though. I'm looking forward to doing it again this winter.
Oh yeah.
I'm not
For
ready for
sure.
winter.
We
get
need
here
to
by
race a
any means,
couple before this winter though.
but I know.
Oh, I haven't touched
Talk
it
to
We're
Russ.
since.
changing the rules this year too.
Oh yeah.
I've got a big announcement.
Stock setups.
No, not stock setup. You can run whatever setup you want. I'm not changing that.
Yeah, we'll have to.
But instead of
talk about
doing
this.
20 races, we're going to do 300 lappers.
No.
That
No.
100 lapper enduro was the most fun I had
No.
the whole year when we did that last night.
No.
You didn't like it?
I didn't actually do that one, but that's
didn't do that
just-
one.
No.
You wasn't
We
there?
didn't play, you know.
You was there, wasn't you?
Yeah.
You're gonna do 3 races for the whole series, so
No,
we're only
per
gonna
night.
race.
Instead of doing 10
Oh.
races, we're going to do 3 a night.
Then we always end up just racing more.
Well, that's all right.
I
We
still
can race
like
more
running
after.
2 at the same. Get your best finish because if you screw up the first
Jeez.
one, you got
Peyton,
no
are you going to
chance.
play this year?
Yeah, I guess. If
You
invite me
better.
to play.
Peyton, you're always
better.
invited, but you're invited to everything I do.
We need somebody new to beat on.
Yeah.
Billy here. Steel block sprints will be at I-65 Speedway on July 2nd. That's good to hear. I don't know. I think this I-65 stuff's going to be,
I had to get
they
time
get
up
that
there
place
watching.
tuned in. Yeah.
I'm trying to get Zach to take his mod up there.
He needs to.
Well, I got to get it back together.
Well, get it
first.
back together first.
We'll be waiting on parts again, Matt. No comment.
Waiting on the front clip. All right.
Waiting on parts.
Waiting on parts.
Here we go.
Zach, get the car back. Yeah, the new front clip looks awesome. Waiting for my lug nuts to come in. They should be shipped in any day.
It didn't hurt that.
What do you
Got
need lug
lucky.
nuts for? I don't know. Waiting for my new spoiler to get here. What's the spoiler have to do with your lug nuts? I don't know. Wait for my new cell panels. They should be in any time.
That's
I
all
tell you,
know.
so here, starting next Thursday night, we're going to have a new segment on the Flag to Flag Media Live Show. It's going to be called UPS Update with Zach Stalker. We're going to go over a parts list, and we're going to figure out what parts Zach has ordered. Make sure you bring the routing numbers or the tracking numbers so we can
Oh,
look
yeah.
them up.
Okay.
And we'll let everybody know like what if they're in Louisville, if they're what UPS hub in the United States that they're in, so we can all keep an update on Zach.
This will give you fans a chance to help Zach Stalker get to the
Yes,
racetrack.
absolutely. That way, when you guys go, because you got a big following, so when they go to the track, they're all in the grandstand saying, "Oh, what's going on, Zach?" And then so and so's going to speak up and say, "Oh, that one shipment of whatever is at the UPS hub in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It should be coming in. Zach will be on the track next, whatever. That way it keeps your fans up to date." So
Oh, yeah.
I think they're like, well, Zach's needing a radiator. Oh, I got one in my truck out in the
I go,
parking
yeah,
lot.
go get it. So I think it's a good way to help your fans keep you on the track. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're getting a lot of different segments going on.
But I mean, I think it'll be a big hit.
Next thing you
this
know,
is
you're going to be
gold.
doing like weather and all that stuff.
Hey, you keep it up. I'll start doing the weather. We'll have a weather segment. This Saturday, it's going to be hot. I will tell you that right now. I did see that on the news. It's going to be hot. Make sure you drink plenty of water. Stay hydrated. Water, Busch Light, whatever you drink, keep hydrated. So make sure you drink it.
You don't even know what water is, Matt.
I had a bottle of water to go.
He had about 6 last night and still about fell down.
So I will say, so last night, Josh Rice was on the move. Was he not on? Josh Rice
that
was
ruined the night.
moving. And he had like, there was like some little bit of smoke puffed out like all throughout the night. But when he came out for the feature, there was no smoke at all for the first part of the feature. I mean, he was hammered down or whatever. And all of a sudden, he comes out, turn on a caution. He comes out turn 2 and just dives right into the infield. It's like, man,
He about ran over that guy.
He did.
in the
Yeah. I was like,
infield.
dang, that sucks. Well, all of a sudden, here comes the water bottles. They took the hood off. They was taking drinks out of coolers that had ice in it and just dumping it on top of his radiator. And yeah, sucks he overheated because he was moving last
He
night.
had a chance.
He did. I think he definitely had a podium car.
Oh, easy.
I don't know if he would have
Yeah.
caught Bobby and Ricky or not, but he had a podium car, I think. But anyway, it was just there was water bottles coming from everywhere. So
You know, something else about Florence is I didn't notice many of our local guys there.
mm-mm,
I mean, a lot
they
of,
weren't.
you know, and I don't know about if Scott James is done, but I ain't seen him all year. Greg Johnson,
done.
I ain't seen him all year.
He's
But
done
Jared-
for a while.
Yes. Well, I meant for this year. I thought
Oh,
you
yeah.
just meant for
Jared Bailey wasn't down there. Gilpin wasn't down there. Skylar Lewis wasn't down there
Langan come out and retire or whatever for
one night.
one night.
Right.
They said he might go to the Dream.
I was about to say there's a possibility he'll beat Eldor.
He might go to Eldora.
You know who I'm looking forward to seeing at the Dream? John Blankenship with his yearly appearance.
Yep.
I like him.
Yep.
John
So I don't know
Blankenship.
if James ever watches this, or I need to talk to James. I'm kind of curious to see if any of the races for the Northern All Stars has been scheduled yet or not. I know we had to race at Brownstown for the Ira Basson Memorial, which I thought was a phenomenal show just because of the pay structure and then the bonuses, and that was a really, really good show. So
Hopefully that becomes the yearly.
There were
I
some
hope so.
big guys there too.
There was. Me and I
Yeah.
talked about that last night. I was hoping that it would become a yearly tradition or whatever. So
Yeah.
I just think that Northern All-Star Series was a great thing back in the day, and I'd love to see it come back. Billy said, name one thing that a true competitive racer is not competitive about. That is absolutely everything. It don't matter whether you're playing chess, checkers, Uno, softball. It's bad. When you're competitive, you're competitive. Billy said, when is the Hornet Enduro at Lawrenceburg? I didn't know there was one at Lawrenceburg. Derek said Indiana Midget Week is soon. It's the best week. Peyton. So Peyton has a sprint car midget background or whatever. We've discussed this a lot, but midgets do put on a heck of a show. They really do. We went over there for the sprint week at Bloomington last year.
Yeah.
And had a really good time over there for that. So those are sprint car people they're dedicated to their sport as well. So
Derek, are you going to go to any of those races?
You better go
Negative.
Monday.
Negative.
He ain't going to go Monday.
No chance.
He ain't never been to Indy.
No, he hasn't, has he?
I doubt he's ever gotten out of Washington County.
One time he went to Eldora with me. He seen windmills and about flipped his crap. He's like, stop. We need a picture. I was like, at the windmill, Derek. Well, I've never seen one of them things before. It's like, it's just a windmill. Which they are cool, and there was thousands of them, it looked like. But I was just like, I'm not stopping along the road so you can get out and take a picture. Take a picture while we're going down the road out the window. I'll roll the window down for you if you want to take a picture. But yeah, he was adamant about stopping, slamming on the brakes to get a picture.
Derek.
I didn't see. Was that a brand new J Dick that he had in there last night? I'm assuming. Sucks if it was a brand new one.
I don't know.
Yeah. But I think he was flying last night.
There was a cushion.
But Josh has got that place figured out. So
Oh, yeah. I was
He's got that
really
place figured
hoping
out.
Pierce would hold on, but he just couldn't do it.
I knew whenever that cushion started getting when the cushion started getting as tricky as it was getting, it was just a matter of time before. I'm not saying Bobby. I mean, it could have been Ricky. It could have been.
Yeah, Bobby did it to himself.
Yeah.
Oh, he
did.
did.
Absolutely.
Bobby
did.
lost
But it could have
that
been.
race.
It could have been
He was
anybody.
faster than Ricky, 100%.
Yeah.
Never
Yeah.
would
Could've been
anybody
anybody.
touching him.
Yeah.
Even if Ricky would have caught him, I don't know how he would have passed him.
Yeah.
It would have been one beautiful slider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did throw a couple
They did
sliders
throw
back and
some
forth
good ones
there
at
for
the
a little
end.
bit. They both pushed each other up into the wall.
The
a
last
couple
one. The
times.
last one
Yeah.
that Ricky threw in 3 and 4 could have been bad.
Yeah.
Could have been bad if Bobby wouldn't have mashed on the brakes as hard as he did.
I
It
think
could've
Bobby
been
kind of let him know about it in the,
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
interview.
Yeah.
He did.
100% did.
Oh shoot! I don't know. It was a good show last night. You know, hats off to Florence for putting
Yeah.
on another exceptional show.
It looked very smooth
Very smooth.
and black.
Yep.
When the cushion's at Florence, it's a good race to watch
Oh,
yeah.
every time.
And there were some cars that was hooked up around the bottom too. I mean, it was
When I went down there,
Florence is always racing.
there was no cushion.
No.
right,
It was the bottom, and I didn't think the racing was good, but
Hmm.
as good. It was still good. It wasn't as good.
right.
It's not as good whenever they don't have the supers.
Yeah,
The supers are
They push
normally
it
there
up
to
there.
put the cushion up there and get it all packed down, and
I think
the track's really racy.
the trick they have that no one else does is they get their water trucks out there going the wrong way, pulling
pack it in.
sliders on every corner.
Yep.
Those water trucks were sideways.
I mean that was one of the best shows of the night.
It
It
was.
was a water truck. back
And the
truck.
Jeeps kept halfway banging off each other.
that
Oh,
guy was in that water truck. I mean, I'd be almost tempted to put him in a race. I mean, he had some skill.
I'd like to ride with him.
I mean, he had that big truck. Just, I mean, he was
That big old guy.
Yeah,
What was he like?
yeah. Yeah, it was good. It was a good time. It was a good time to see it. Did you see the water truck rolling in the track after the? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. The water truck guy, he was on it. Like, I think that's probably the best setup I've ever seen in a water truck. Just the way that it rotated in the corners, and it was nice. Like, it looked really, really good. Nashville Fairgrounds, they have to shut the lights off at 9 Saturday night. That's in Nashville, Tennessee.
At 9?
9 o'clock.
What time do they start? 3?
Jeez, they have to, or run
Wow.
2 classes.
Yeah, they don't have Crown Vics and Hornets.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
You couldn't. There ain't no way. 9
shoot, we've been
o'clock.
having a lot of cautions in the super stocks the last 3 or 4 races.
Any word on North Vernon? Not to my knowledge. I've not heard anything.
I heard from the wrecker guy who escorted me off the racetrack when I destroyed my car that it does not look good.
Yeah, I heard it from JT.
Heard it from me.
He's the
That's
he's
from
the,
the wrecker guy at Brownstown.
he's
That's
the
my source.
he's the feet on the ground media guy. So
I don't know the guy, but he was really nice.
was he?
And I'll tell you that one, he's the same one that put Peyton's car on the trailer. That boy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's pretty
He
good.
actually, yeah.
He backed it right on there. He drives the red wrecker.
The red one?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Do you guys got anything else for tonight? We appreciate everybody watching. Make sure you share this out if you can. Help us out.
Thank our
We
sponsors.
appreciate it. We've got M2 Custom Designs, Midnight Sports Gear, Hillbillies Barbecue and Tenderloins, Greens Auto Sales. Go see Owen, and he'll get you a vehicle. Solutions Directional Drilling, Jason Petmar Farm Bureau Agent, B&D Excavating, P3 Graphics and Race Wraps, Howler Motorsports and Fab, Livers Motorsports, Taylor-Built Jack Stands, Popbit at popbitusa.com, and Grime to Shine. So definitely want to appreciate everything that they do for us. And yeah, do you guys got anything else for tonight? That's just it, Zach. You ain't going to say nothing?
What was
What
that?
is that?
That's my springs on my mouth.
Sorry. I thought the Undertaker was here.
Yeah, might be. He's gonna come in the door here in a minute.
Yeah.
Nothing. Just what's some words of wisdom or anything? You got anything for the fans tonight? That's it. Okay,
If you ain't first, you're last.
there you go. That'll work.
There you go.
That'll work.
That's not true, Zach. You're second, third. Hell, you can even be fourth.
Oh yeah, I just seen. Sorry, not to, but congrats to Caleb Schreier on the birthday of their baby. I just see that on Facebook. So, and Brandon, we're not leaving just because you got here. We're leaving because I have a tab with you, and I seen that you showed up, and I have no money. So
I also
Yeah.
went over there and got some advice the other night, so you probably owe for that too.
Are you serious? How much
Yeah.
is a consulting fee at Howler? Do you know?
I didn't even.
I heard
price
it's
it.
expensive.
I didn't even price it. I just.
I heard it's very expensive.
I guarantee it ain't cheap.
Now, was it a phone call or was it face to face?
It was face to face, and then we
Because phone
actually
calls cost more.
actually got to look at the top secret setup on a certain pier stock. I'm not going to mention names,
Well, I got you.
but
Hmm.
we're trying to make cars fast. Oh, I need to say huge thanks to Diamond for helping me out this week because they did a quick turnaround on my stuff and got it back to me today. So huge thanks to Diamond Race Cars and and Chad and Ryan and Dee and all those guys, and good group.
All right. Well, we're going to cut out here for the night. And
He said, "Don't hit white tires.
yeah.
Don't blow up motors or lose tires going down the interstate." See you guys later.
Oh, shoot. I think all you guys are having bad luck this year. Every one of you.
It's happened ever since we put the flag to flag stickers on them.
That ain't what it is. That is not what it
I
is.
kind of feel like it
That
is.
is what it
No.
is.
Everybody's like, "Oh, there's that flag to flag car." Boom.
Whatever. Well, that's because your sticker's bigger than everybody else.
I don't give a shit. I'm gonna take it.
Take it off. Take it off. Take it off. All right. We'll see y'all later.